ISM is a very, very important, one of the major impacting data on the markets, at all markets. All right, now we begin now with analysis. So the first thing is, we see here my favorite copper indicator is green, copper prices up, Bitcoin down, and we want now to start first with another market. First of all, with gold. I told you at the beginning too, with crypto is the last part of this video, so you can switch ahead, or you can also watch the other markets so you can understand also the intermarket correlation a little bit better. So after a period of market breathing, now gold finally is recovering again, and the statement of Powell was not senseless, as he said gold or Bitcoin is competitor to gold, because he knew exactly what will come, that the gold prices will rise again, meaning gold up, dollar up, inflation up, silver up, and especially copper up, and Bitcoin and crypto will crash. And now, meaning for crypto traders or who are religiously fallen in love with Bitcoin, they have not only one enemy, and that enemy is the US dollar. They have now 6 of the biggest, most strongest and powerful enemies of the market. But before we continue, just listen what this idiot, you know him, who is this idiot, is saying, that the value, not now only US dollar, but also the value of gold will go to 0, and you better listen yourself.
United States, if you wanted a great twist on it, dump your gold, sell all the US gold, buy Bitcoin, then the trade is free, because you could buy 5 million Bitcoin for the cost of the gold. You will demonetize the entire gold asset class, and our enemies hold gold in their banks, so their assets would go to 0. Our assets would go to $100 trillion.
So you heard yourself what this idiot is saying, that the value of gold will go to 0, and he calls other nations as enemies. So because he thinks that he may just a public person, he can make his own agenda, but he has forgotten that the United States population are all people from other countries. The United States is a collection of people from Africa, from Latin America, from Northern America, from Europe, from Asia, and this idiot calling now other nations as enemies, also at the same time suggesting that Americans are enemies. In my opinion, he is a betrayer to the Constitution of the United States. He says that the value of gold, what their storage, will go to 0. The money comes to us, to the United States, and we have all the money. But this idiot has forgotten that the United States are making a lot of imports and exports, and they are dependent on negotiations and trade with other nations. Otherwise, no nation would exist no more longer, right? All right, back to them now. So the next level for gold will be at around Gold has completed already the 2500. The gaps what we had, also the Elliott wave in an uptrend has been completed fully, the third leg, and now we are going to the fifth leg. The next target is at around 2800. The euro very destabilized based on the coming elections in February of next year, 2025, and also the French government's elections or new elections or re-election of the last primary minister of France, and also not so good, the bad or crisis in euro is going to send euro now to the next level. If the euro is coming back, we are going to around 107. The next level will be at 108.20 and 109 before the euro continues to go deeper to around parity. The next target is at around 102. After a lot of positive comments by Donald Trump, now we are here in one of my favorite markets, in Russell 2000, that with over 90% precision moving faster and forecasting the next moves for crypto and also the stock market, as S&P 500 and Dow Jones try to make new higher highs, all-time highs. The Russell 2000 already Tuesday last week refused to go, and I said also in my last video that Russell will go down, and now the Russell started to make that first move, and the other indices are following. The next target will be at 2250 before Russell is going to complete this big gap at around 1900. And as promised, we see that also Dow Jones is starting to go down. The next target is at 43,000. After completing that Elliott wave gap, we will go for this gap at around 40,000. So the Donald administration, the Trump administration, will have it very, very difficult. So at this level, so the next target is at around 39,000. The US 100 still, as the copper prices are increasing, still holding the level, so we will go a little bit higher to around 22,800 before the market collapses down to 19,600. After reaching it, that's very, very psychological important level. Breaking of that level will lead Nasdaq to 16,800 to 17,200 again. The reason is that we are expecting some reports of some main companies, but on the same time we have experienced also during the last months and years, especially the last 3 years, that especially the tech companies are selling their own stocks and buying them back, and that way suggesting that the market is strong, while over 80% of Nasdaq and S&P companies are selling off heavily or are in very negative territory. So you need to watch not only the indices or the index, but also to look deeply into the index, which companies are driving. If there are, for example, the price climbing higher, but only few companies are rising, then you know exactly that there are 50% of time, I would say 60 to 70% even, are the insider buying or selling the stocks. And you need to look also for the majority of other stocks. If the majority of the stocks are green, meaning yes, 60 or 70% of the stocks are on positive territory, then it means, okay, we have a good correlation and price movements. Otherwise, the prices will diverge very, very fast. Also silver, and silver is a volatile market. So I said also in one of my videos, this is the most hardest market to trade as day trader, of course, as day trader, not as trend follower. And we see now, as promised, that not only copper, but on the same time, especially today, silver made over 4.5% in just one move. And going back, first of all, to 31,800, maintaining about that, will boost silver to 37 and then to 52,000. And I said at the beginning of this year, gold will go to 50,000, not this year, but I said during the next 18 months. And silver will go first to 50,000, 75,000, and then guess what? The next level for silver is 120,000. Guys, the price is now at 31,817. If you compare silver to the price of Bitcoin, then I 100% will put my own cards, and I have put them on precious metals, because they have a lot of usages, right? You can use silver, palladium, gold, platinum, copper, and in a lot of sections of industry, mobile phone, aerospace, everything, right? Dentalist, in medicine, in whatever. That means you are investing and you are trading, you have something, you can catch it physically, you can storage it, you can have insurance if they are stolen, for example, that they can be replaced. They have a lot of positive attitudes that we use in everyday's life, also in medicine, for example. And on the same time, you are making a lot of money, and they are the best and only assets to hedge against deflation, against inflation, not only in times where inflation is high, but also in times where inflation is low, because we have 365 days every day inflation, right? Why? If you compare, for example, the price of anything today and compare to 20 years ago, to 50 years ago, you see that today you are paying much more money for that thing, whatever you want to own. It can be a pen, it can be a pencil, it can be a car, it can be bread, it can be butter, whatever, and that prices are increasing. So we have everyday inflation. We are living since our birth with inflation every day, right? Accept it or don't do it. But that's the reality, that's the truth. You can go research yourself, and at the end you will see I am right again. So silver, definitive, my number one favorite currently we are engaged, or I'm engaged in. And I show you now something else, how I am hedging. I am using special markets, and one of these special markets is this market, US dollar, Argentinian peso. Alone since 2018, this market has, and look at this trend, right? We are here today, we are here, and look where the trend coming from. They talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not just a piece of shit. This is, if this is Bitcoin, right? Then this is this market. So Bitcoin is nothing against it, right? Bitcoin came from 0 to 100,000 in 18 years. In 18 years, guys, right? And it's going back again to below 50 again. And look, this market every day, right? Let's say you have put your money here. Next day you wake up, you are in profit. You sleep again, you wake up, next day you are in profit. You sleep, next day you are in profit. And every day from the beginning. So look at this trend, where had it begun, and the current price is 1,050. It's going to above 100,000. And now look where it came from. Look at this one side move from 370 to 700 in one day. And then look back. Look, wherever you see it, just climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. Yeah. So it was 2021, guys, 80, and now the price from 80 to 1,000. And every day while I'm talking to you, the price is going up, is rising, 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 rising again. And on the same time, short hedged also the peso against the US dollar, right? So we are here, and look, we sold here, somewhere around here. And every day you are waking up, the price going deeper, deeper, deeper. So I'm making on the same time money on the short side, you see here. And I am in this market since 2021. Look. Look. You sold the market, you wake up, next day you are in profit because you are short. Next day you wake up, you are again in profit. You sleep, next day you wake up, you are in profit. You are in profit. Sleep, next day, next week, next month, you are in profit. And every day, just these two markets hedge everything, guys. So be very intelligent and smart where to put your money to. Do not listen to all these influencers. Yeah, the list is long. Everyone an influencer. Buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Here, this guy, right? So he's suffering a lot. Yeah, this one. Global giants buying Bitcoin. Yeah, we have seen, and now Bitcoin getting down again. So all influencers, right? So they use topics like warning, warning, but you hear the opposite of the news. And if you go below the channel, you see here, crypto company, all affiliates, because they don't care if you lose or if you win. They just want to tell you stories to buy Bitcoin. They don't tell you the truth, guys, and you lose money. And then there are some people who are clicking on them. They get tracked, right? They get tracked, and they send them their money, and their money is away. They cannot follow. They cannot get their money back again. But these guys who are trapping you, scamming you all the time, what do? They get their money from these companies, right? So, yeah, look, all influencers. Never And these influencers say there are traders, but there are no traders. Believe me, none of them is a trader, right? Ask just one of them. Ask just one of them. Okay, tomorrow at 1600, where is the Bitcoin? In my channel, among a lot of these people, I think I am the only one who is giving you precisely the targets of the market. And you can go back through my video and say, oh shit, he's right all the time, right? So this is the value for you as a visitor of my channel, because you know, okay, the market is going there, so I need to be prepared and whatever. And you say, okay, the best thing is in this channel, I am not misleading or misled to some dubious, unserious, scammy Ponzi channels where they want to sell me products where I should buy something. All right? So be careful. If you lose your money that way, guys, then that's your own damn fault. Because I told it to you, you will do it also in future. You will lose your money, and the best is, I told it to you. If you do it, you will lose it. So the next one is Solana. So we have broken the very important level of 220. The next one we are going to is 200, and 200 a little bit deeper is 180. So this will be the first expected support that Solana has to turn back. The problem now is, if you look here, is that the long-term momentum, bearish momentum has been activated, and this is not good, right? If it turns to green again, meaning now a lot of buyers coming into the market, then would that mean that we will have higher chances that Solana will go higher again to around 240 until 260 again? So from now on, it's just about, let me think, 80. And if it breaks that level combined with high bullish momentum, then it will go to 320, but it's not doing it, right? The problem says that Solana is coming here, and we need now to closely monitor this to see if Solana or if bullish momentum is coming in. If Solana breaks below that level, then it will test the levels at 110 to 120, and if not, then it will go also below that level to 80, or to the region 60 to $80. I have already mentioned all of this on my trading ideas in my trading view, so you are welcomed also to come into my trading view ideas, and there you can find additional for other currencies and markets, above 300 markets analysis I did for free, right? Not paying for signals. Never do that. Never pay for any apps. If you are following the apps, if you are paying for the apps or signals, you are not a real trader, right? You are just a gambler. A good trader is that you learn trading just the right way to make your own analysis and to make your own decisions. Okay, it's nothing about that you are also collecting opinions of other channels. Not against it. It's also a good way. But at the end, you need to make your trade or to judge your trading strategy and your trades, because it's your own money, it's your own life, and your own future. So you don't need and you don't have to be independent of other people's decisions. You must sooner or later make your own decisions. All right. Then we come to the next market, and that's Ethereum. So Ethereum, you see all these markets are not reacting good to copper prices. So my indicator, so copper prices all the time bullish. right? So you see, therefore, green means copper prices up and the markets go down. So the next level expected is at around 3,400. And then if this level breaks, this is the region between 3,000 to 3,200. If it breaks down, we come to this very, very important level for Ethereum, and this is 2,400. 2,400 psychologically very, very important level of Ethereum. The first scenario will be that Ethereum will come back, then we will have a pullback to around 3,200 before the market comes down. And we see the bad news is that again the long-term bearish momentum has been activated. If we go down, so we go through 1,800 to the region of 1,200 to 1,400, right? But important is if Ethereum is breaking that level, right? The next problem is that if there are some people among you who are making Elliott wave analysis, we see how irregular this Elliott wave in Ethereum is, right? So this is the and we see how irregular it is. There are many times that the waves are disturbing each other or violating the other waves territories, so the move is not so quick, and also the legs, right, third leg is not greater than the first one, right? So we can have a retracement of 90%, 99% maximum in Ethereum, and that's exactly at 2,400. If the market comes one pip, just one pip below that, the Elliott wave is not valid anymore, and you should maybe rethink if you can reshift your bullish trades into bearish. But at this time, so I am short already in all of this because of the 18th of December. That's very, very important, the Fed fund decision. So the markets will go down, the downtrend will continue down. Here and there in between, we will have also some ups and downs, of course, in the market. That belongs to the market, right? So, but the moves are so irregular that each time the market drives higher, it quickly starts to fall down, right? So be careful with that. And now we see now the expected altcoin rally is not there anymore. We see here that not only based on fundamentals that are in future, because the market is trading today the price of future of the next months, for example, of the next 6 months, even of the next 24 months, what is in front of us, right? That's not only the problem. The problem crypto has is the cross currency trading or cross crypto trading among crypto coins themselves. Not enough that they have a lot of bearish enforcements and power and impacts from outside, but now they are selling each other. For example, we can see here if that Solana, for example, is under pressure, not because inflation is heating up, not because dollar gotten very strong, not enough that gold, silver, copper, and other markets which are affecting directly crypto market has become very, very stronger. Also, we see here that Solana is sold against Bitcoin, right? So on the same time, we see here that Ethereum is sold also against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is sold now against gold. Bitcoin is sold against dollar. Bitcoin is sold against 10 other markets. We see here now Solana, BTC, definitely the short trend, and we see here also long-term bearish momentum activated already. So we can see it here, right? It's long-term. Gotta see here, gotta see here, gotta see here my Elliott wave indicator, right? So meaning now the next target is at 00192. This is this price. So, and if we lose, and it will lose this price, because this is the violation of 100% or 100% Fibonacci, it will go much more deeper, and with much more deeper it will go to around 001 to 00, right? We see here XRP, right? I have been telling you it will go over 1 and then to over 2. It will make 400%. And XRP, for XRP, the good news is that the second long-term momentum is bullish. The bad news is that the bullish momentum of the first long-term is now bearish, right? So that means XRP is going to $1 again, and once breaking that is coming back to 50 cents or 0.5, right? We go also, I make another one, Dogecoin. So in Dogecoin, we see now Dogecoin has given back. Also Dogecoin under big, very big pressure. The market is rejecting Donald Trump and Powell statements, definitely, right? It's rejecting it because the risk is on at maximum level, and Dogecoin has already reached the $7. The next area is at 6. If breaking that, it will go to 380 to $4. So that will be long-term support at around $3. And if breaking that, Dogecoin will go below $1. You can say, but that's Elon Musk. You know what? The market doesn't care. The market doesn't care who the fuck is Elon Musk or Donald Trump or you or another person. The market is driven by higher financial forces, and they just smell blood and they see money. They want profit. That's all, right? We go to link chain and we see also in link chain, another one in all markets. We see in other cryptos, right? So we see here in WLD Tether, right? Alone today, 20% down, right? Then note Tether, 21% down alone today, right? We see now the Jasmius or Jasmine, so around 39%, right, during the last 2 hours. This is of today. This is what the price of today. And now look, now the market is recovering, right? This is and we are here on day chart, guys, not on fucking 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 hour, we are on daily chart, guys. All these prices are in daily chart, right? So tries here to get up a little bit to gain back to around 0.039, and then to continue the downtrend to 0.02. The target, the first target is 0.01000. Then my favorite among them is Bitcoin against South Korean won, because it's giving almost in most of time the big warning, the South Korean. And we see now, after consolidation at the top here, right, the market will come down to 90,000 and then to 80,000 here to fill this gap. Very important. Problem here technically, because we are on higher time frame. If we break this level, so I make another color, if we break this channel 90, it will come down to 72,100. Now some say, okay, that would be nice because we can buy the dip, right? So you know the dump expression, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. You can buy the dip always if you are in an uptrend, guys, right? So this would be, for example, dip, right? Then the market goes higher, makes higher highs, lower highs, and higher lows, and higher highs and higher lows coming down. You can buy the dip. That's all right, right? But if the market is down and you buy the dip and you hope, okay, I make quick profits here and then I sell, it's not going to work that way. Why isn't it going to work that way? Because you see the price of the past always, right? If I show anybody this chart, you can say, yeah, the market went up today, then I would buy here and buy here and buy here and sell here and sell here. Everybody is a good trader if I show them this chart. But if I ask them, all right, we are now here, and this is unknown, what do you think? So, yeah, I buy the dip. So, okay, where is the dip? Show me. Show me in this quadrant. Where is the dip? Because this is the future, and they are not able, right? This is the reason that a lot of people fail in trading. Number one, because they are day traders. And day trading meaning that you are on lower time frames. Lower time frame meaning that you are in such a small, very emotional, noisy movement that can happen, that the probability that you make losses are always bigger than you make profits. You can make here and then maybe 10 trades in a row, right? You make 10 times profit, right? 10 pips, 50 pips, 40 pips. But that one sudden move of 400 pip against you will vanish you, wipe you out of the business, because then you are margin call. That's the problem with small time frames and with day trading, because you never can see it happen. On higher time frames, daily, 2 daily, and you have a very big advantage, because then if we say this is a daily bar, in this daily bar, right? So let's say the market is falling, right? So this is yesterday and this is today, right? And you see that on hourly charts or maybe 15 minutes, whatever you had these moves, and this is today, the market came down here, now here. But you know the trend is going down, guys, right? The trend is going down. Now it's wrong, it's dumb. In my opinion, it's stupid to say, okay, I buy here. I wait until the market comes here, right? Because after your definition, it would be the dip, right? And it will go up. And then my question is to you, if you know what will happen in future, then you should be much more richer than Elon Musk, right? And that's the reason, never predict or make predictions, especially if you are day traders, because the market maybe moves in this direction and a lot of people make the next mistake. They go, for example, in here, they put profit targets. They limit the potential of their their profit, and much more traders, and I have heard, I have experienced, and I have seen myself, no, I never use stop loss. I never lose stop loss. Nah, stop loss is senseless, it's nonsense, it's for losers. Instead, that they protect their losses, they limit their profits, right? But if you would be wisely, and if you would have more patience, you would wait until the market goes higher, and then you sell the market in direction of the trend. And then if the market goes higher, you can then maybe take some profits here, the market getting higher, you sell again, and the market comes down. And that way, you sell this area, you sell this area, you sell this area. And the dips for you are not anymore entries. There are local points that you can, for example, take some kinds of profits. I never do that. I wait until the trend completely is changed and over, and then I take all profits from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, all of this profit. And you need for it a little bit more patience, that's all. But there is not any more secrets, right? There is no secret. The secret is that a lot of influencers has brainwashed you. And because they have told you quick profits and they have been showing you a lot of Lamborghini, hot chicks, pictures, pina colada, Hawaii beaches, you think that life is always a bright side, a sunny. But you exactly know in real nature, we have also rainy days, we have cold days, we have cloudy days. Of course, sun is coming out again. But you need to wait for those sunny days by waiting, by having patience, by thinking strategically. You must rethink maybe your strategy if you are making a lot of losses. Not following to dump people who are promising you Bitcoin goes to 1 million. Yes, maybe. If you look back from the beginning, since the beginnings of Bitcoin, where the price was and where is the price of today, so you can say, okay, in average $10,000 per year, in average, right? Maybe in 1 year it did 60,000. But we have seen here, we go to Bitcoin chart. So this is the Bitcoin chart, and you see this is the price of today, right? So it was the highest of 104, something like that. And these are the starts, the beginnings of Bitcoin. Bitcoin did a good job at the beginning, came here, everybody happy, it's going to 1 million. And look, it was at around 68,000. It came down to 36,000. Right? Giving back 60% of its profits. It needed a long, we can say to 21 year, right? So from the beginning to 21, but in 3 months, it gave back more than 60% in 3 months, right? So they earned 10 years. 10 years they needed to come from here to here. In 3 months they came here. And then it came again for the rest of the year 2021, again to the all-time high. And it gave back more than 85%. 85%. And then since 2023, 2 years it needed to come here before it's getting back here. Yes. And then in average, you need maybe 120 years that Bitcoin goes to 1 million. I accept it, right? Maybe a little bit sooner. And then your next argument will be, yes, but the ETFs, BlackRock is massively buying. BlackRock is nothing. BlackRock is nothing, right? If you say Michael Saylor, BlackRock, some other who are pushing the markets, then this is the majority of billionaires worldwide who are against BlackRock. So BlackRock is nothing against them. Why? Because they own the precious metals. They own the commodity businesses. They own gold, silver, platinum, palladium. These are government guys. China, Russia, India, Iran, many other countries. And they have a lot of, they are much more powerful. If they want, they can wipe out BlackRock within seconds. Within seconds. So BlackRock is nothing against them. And Michael Saylor, we don't need to talk about that idiot. You need to look what is in behind. And you see, now your Fed friend, Powell, has trapped you by installing another mechanism in the market. All right, no problem. If Bitcoin going up, then gold should be coming down. And you see what these guys did? Inflation. And they massively are buying much more gold. Gold will go to above 50K. Silver will go to above 100K. I write it here again. Silver to 120K. Gold to over 50K. People love gold because they can storage it, they can touch it, they have it. In war, if you have no electricity anymore, you have no bitcoins. Believe me, if there is no electricity, and it can happen, nuke bombs. If you have no electricity, you have no internet, you have no Bitcoins because you are not able to reach your Bitcoins, because you cannot you cannot touch it. You cannot touch something which has no value and which has no physical body, nothing. But if you have cigarettes are more worth than your Bitcoins, right? In prisons, for example, people, right? It is a currency during all the wars, the world wars, alcohol, whiskey, vodka, cigarettes, food, even a bread, because you can eat it, you can survive. Gold, dollar, other currencies, Australian dollar, yen, Swiss franc, pound, euro. These currencies you need to survive the war. Bitcoin, how can you use Bitcoin if you have no electricity, guys? Just tell me that. It has no usage. Tell me just one usage of Bitcoin. You say, yeah, sooner or later a lot of people. No, you are talking about a fucking imperialistic maybe theories. If we say they need to use Bitcoin, then people must use Bitcoin. And then if I say shut the fuck up, we destroy your Bitcoin, you have to use our currency, you must do what we say. So that's and then we have another war, guys. But I tell you, we are more. You know why? Because if you show someone dollars or gold or silver or jewelries, you can have them. If you say, I give you 1 million Bitcoins, okay, give me. Yes, here, in this stake. Yeah, where is my 1 million Bitcoin? There are a lot of people say, no, I want to touch it. Go fuck yourself and your Bitcoin, all right? And now have a good evening.